so for some, they're looking to win this quite convincingly. Smooya even went to bed early last night. That's how serious he's taking this.
Okay.
No memes at all, and we'll look to get ourselves into the first pistol round of the grand finals here at Epic 27. But we do have a little bit of a pause to start ourselves off. Not everything quite ready just yet. But Mirage again. Will we see OT again?
And of course, because Fish did actually pick this map, given that they had the first veto, BuzzKill will get the choice of sides, so they'll start CT. See if they can show that we... or live up to what we've kind of expected from them in having these very, or at least more dominant CT sides. There, of course, we've highlighted how good they are at utilizing their utility and how good they are in these kind of retake situations and making use of utility, so long as the likes of Fish or Darkspawn don't kind of bait that out in the early rounds, right? Especially from Fish, in the maps we've seen prior, they're very dominant and they move very quickly towards some of the sites, and that can often lead to an abundance of those nades into the latter stages of the rounds.
Here we go then, off and away. Fish123 on the T side here to start off the grand final. The jump spot from Hype. We'll see a stampede. The Fish player's heading his way. He has to stand strong, but it's Artist that rips off the head of two on that B bomb site. Emmy here with the quick rotation, spots a couple of players towards the bench side. JSAV here in support as well, but Fish have got the bomb down pretty cleanly. They've taken absolutely no damage just yet, and they continue to deal out damage. Smooya with his first kill of the series, and this looks really convincing from Fish.
And that's just confidence as well from Smooya. He just stands right out in the open and challenges every single player. Not a single one of the Fish123 members will go down in that round, and some of them even able to upgrade their armor for relatively cheap costs. SMGs will come out for the side. BuzzKill trying to force back into things. Two scouts brought into play, and that's both in the hands of Emmy and JSAV, likely to set themselves up over to B as well as middle to try and get some early damage. But a knife, it seems, onto Emmy from one of the BuzzKill members is going to be a softened up opponent for Fish to deal with.
It is. Emmy doesn't quite get the tag onto the base top mid. The grenade is good though. Bit of chip damage done to those Fish players. Surreal ending his way. Fish point of contact coming through the apartments, trying to spray players down with a MAC-10, but the pistols really work here for BuzzKill. It is replied though. Robin and Smooya getting kills of their own. Now it's a 3 versus 1. Now a 2 versus 1. Smooya, the only player left alive here for Fish123, finds JSAV. Now it's only Leaf to try and stop the Rat King.
But will he suspect the flank here? He's coming through the apartments, and
he has no idea.
Smooya is not unmoving. He hasn't been cleared, and it doesn't seem like Leaf has any idea either. He's not pushing much further forward, not trying to give that advantage back to Smooya. But because he's not seen or heard anything towards Market, that's suddenly an avenue that he can explore. The bomb's still dropped on the site, however.
So weird. This is such a weird situation.
He's low HP as well. One bullet from this 5-7 should do it.
It should do. 44 seconds left on the clock, so still plenty of time to think about how to approach the rest of this round, but both players in an absolute stalemate right now. The bomb is down on the platform, which makes things a little bit tricky here for Smooya. He has to jump up onto the van, onto the barrels to try. Okay, Leaf is playing this one really patiently. He's waiting for a bomb plant here, 100%. The patience is fantastic here from Leaf. Smooya, he's going to run towards short. That's the sound cue. That allows Leaf to step up and step out. And BuzzKill Esports, they get one back immediately after the pistol.
Good patience on display there from Leaf in the clutch, but a round that's really enabled by that shutdown defense from those 5-7s. So many picks going their way. Hawk was alive for so long that in spite of Fish trying to take aggressive market control, but it did come down to the clutch. It was expensive, and so Fish, they're trying to answer right back. They force by in their own right. This time the nade a lot more successful, and Emmy actually capitalizes on a kill.
He does. Artist pushing through under mid control. He'll go in the way of Fish123. The quick decision here to send Artist up through the window. Emmy has his number though. Pre-aimed at the position, tags him down to 20 HP. Artist still alive just for the moment. His days might be numbered. He does have support. There's another boost into the window. The Molotov will delay them somewhat, but they push all the way through, and Emmy gets the 2K as a result. BuzzKill Esports cleaning up in this particular round. Robin left with the Deagle in hand. Looks like BuzzKill will take the lead here at the end of this round.
Artist was so committed to trying to line up that trade, he just cooks alive. That's an easy enough frag for him to track down, and they're going to be able to survive with every single one of their players up. BuzzKill, a good money-making opportunity. Fish now onto likely a save, and not even enough really to afford up any upgraded pistols. Going to see if they can use overwhelming numbers to at least get a bomb planted on one of these sites. Of course, in some of the games we've seen previously from BuzzKill, they've kind of played this retake A setup, especially when they're unsure about how the round is going to play out from Fish. And with them grouping up into the apartments, or in towards Palace with the bomb. Bit of utility brought up by Robin as well. Looks like they are looking to waterfall out on the site. There's nobody here for BuzzKill.
Here. The cinematic cameras reveal all. BuzzKill Esports not on the A side. They do have Emmy here and connected to put up some form of defense. Bye-bye, Surreal. The default plant will come through, though. Emmy continuing on. Leaf gets the kill to Artis as well. Emmy finding the frags. Hype finishing off with the MP9, but a free bomb plant given to Fish there? That's not great.
Yeah, and we talked about how comfortable they are in these retake situations when they have utility, but that's not really worth playing as safe as that, it feels, right? The amount of money that they've been able to afford, I mean, Smooth's able to get not only head armor, but an AWP into his hands. If the bomb plant doesn't come through, he has to skimp out on one of those two. May have gone for a lack of head armor, or even armor in general, and that means that he's going to have a better time taking these aim duels, and doesn't even have to worry about it in that instance. Wins the AWP versus AWP against Emmy as he was alone peeking in towards window. There's no information now for BuzzKill, so the split opportunity certainly opens up.
It very much does. There's no one from BuzzKill Esports to try at least retake mid or spot any information towards mid. JSav up close behind the smoke, though.
There's so much information from BuzzKill, though. They push through B just to clear things out and allow a stack in early rotation, but they lose everybody on the A site before that can even happen. Fish take A, and BuzzKill, I don't think they're going to be able to contest this. Hype's already taken damage trying to traverse through market, and although Hawk's on a flank, this is surely not something that's going to enable them to win the round.
You say that. Look at how Fish are chasing down the saving players. There's only one T player immediately on this A site, and even they're going to leave through CT. So
if he kills Artis...
Is this a universe where Hawk finds Artis and then manages to get the defuse? Surely not. The 4 players from Fish123 are so far away. They do manage to find Hype, but Hawk, I think this is just a save here. Not going to go for it unless he goes for it very, very last minute. I mean, the opportunity is here to do this.
If only he knew what we did.
He's even moving his crosshair. It's almost like he knows, but there we go. The round will go the way of Fish123.
Back and forth clean rounds. I mean, the first gun round there from Fish, although BuzzKill have been able to accrue a decent amount of cash over those past 2, they will need the full recommitment of their economy. Nothing left in the bank for them to be able to exploit. Even dropped the AWP over towards Emmy, so Hawk bites the bullet. He could have had potentially 1,000 left if he'd gone instead for a predominantly rifle buy, but they are relying on a bit more middle presence here, I think, on that CT side. You saw the impact it had by not having information. They took so much initiative elsewhere on the map, and in this instance, they focus instead towards A. Leaf dropped by Artis, who's just the sole defender of that kind of a CT side push. Fish immediately trying to capitalize.
Oh, Hype with the angle on top of the short box, though. Hawk will get the kill onto Surreal as well. Now, JSav left to defend this site, but completely deleted there by Robin. But the thing is, bomb is dropped towards bottom of connector. Fish123 have to think about going back and recovering that one. They do have the A site under their control, but not the bomb, and Hype will continue to deliver with the AUG as well. Now, Artis left in the 1 versus 3, finds Hawk. Makes his life a little bit easier. But when Emmy has an AWP in hand and the angle over the top of the smoke, simply not going to happen.
Very scrappy push there, and simultaneous kills coming out from not only the boosted player, but alongside Hawk. It meant that Fish were kind of scrambling to line up those trades. You could see a valiant enough effort there from Artis, but as previously stated, the smoke, a bit difficult to deal with, especially with the AWP holding the cross. Fish, though, they seem to be setting up for an immediate A execute.
It's the execute everyone knows and loves. Well, maybe not love, but
it's just that Fish have focused so much on mid control previously. They throw one smoke over and there's no presence made. This should start to signal some alarms for BuzzKill.
Leaf, though, is he going to be checked here? I don't think so. He'll spot players walking out to trigger discipline, but Smoothia there in Palace, able to land the shot with the AWP. Speaking of AWPs, Emmy has one posted up, looking for a gap through, does spot the legs there of Cryptix as he gets himself towards the firebox. Hype only a smoke in hand. Artist up close towards the Tiki Boo spots. Hype lands a shot directly onto his head. Continues to spray onto JSav. Hawk with the trade. 2 versus 3 here in the post plant. Emmy creeping up with the AWP. Not able to spoil any of these players just yet. They need to work together. Hawk and Emmy tracing around the boxes. Flashes come through. Emmy close range of the orb. Smooya underneath. Hawk, he gets the spray transfer. Scooped up AUG, now USP, but not enough time to get to the bomb and get that defuse in. So Fish123 will survive. They'll get themselves up to 3, but BuzzKill Esports with the lead still. And that round was so close to extending BuzzKill Esports' lead.
And this is such an expensive round for Fish to have lost as many players as they did. Nobody surviving in the post plant as the bomb goes down. And BuzzKill, they're going to be able to force back into this. Look at the amount of sort of utility that Fish have to go with. They just have to rely straight up on aim duels. The only one with any sort of nades to deploy is Surreal.
And it's a sided stack as well. Just the one player towards B for BuzzKill Esports. Robin, he knows Leaf likes to play behind in the smoke. He's played Mirage with him already, or rather against him already, and certainly knows his tendencies. Robin steps out, trying to find the heads. He can't land any of these sprays at all. Leaf able to find the first kill of the round, but Cryptics 2 in reply. Emmy trying to tap away with the Deagle. That's Smooya going down to very low HP. JSav finds the head of Cryptics here, so this is still so sketchy here for Fish123. They have partial control of the site, but they haven't gotten the bomb down just yet. Hawk with the smoke. Is he going to push his own smoke here? That would be very interesting indeed. He's kind of getting spammed from the site. Can he find an angle on top of the smoke? He can. Smooya caught out on the ladder. And now Hawk can't find anything more than that. Artist and Surreal versus Emmy and JSav. Emmy, he lands the Deagle to Artist and finds Surreal as well. JSav, absolutely fantastic stuff. 10-second defuse doesn't even matter, but JSav stepping up in this game now, and he was a pivotal role in esports' sort of overtime run in the upper bracket final here on this very same map. And if he can do so again, then BuzzKill Esports will look very good.
And this, although this is BuzzKill having 5 rounds, a 2-round lead now over their opponents, this is also the second round that they've won off of a force buy. They've had some pretty phenomenal pistol rounds against what is full of sort of equipped opponents on the side of Fish. Maybe they'll need to rely on that moving forward as well. That wasn't really a factor in the previous games, more so relying on strict clutches and close rounds on the rifles. Fisher invested heavily into this as well. Surreal on the SG, and a very heavy A-side presence here from Fish, but they spread out themselves a little bit more. Artist looking for a bit of an opening over at the B-bomb site, and with Hype taking him down, they'll accelerate things. Fish looking to try and collapse to the A-site, and Surreal finds the entry.
He does. The SG starting to become a little bit more popular even in the pro scene. Surreal pushing further as well. Push that CT smoke. JSav heads up play, finds 2 with the AK-47. Now Cryptics all alone for Fish123. Mac 10 in hand. Hopeful spam jumps through the smoke straight into JSav. BuzzKill Esports, they do convert. They do find their 6th here. JSav is so easy to go down in that situation when you have 2 players pushing the smoke, but holding strong, not panicking, and BuzzKill Esports extend their lead.
Yeah, and so many of these sort of close rounds means that Fish haven't been able to buy up too many nades. I mean, they wouldn't typically go for a push like that without a flash in hand, and that just enables JSav to have so much impact there. I mean, like you said, just playing around the edge of the smoke and finding both on the spray, it meant things were incredibly awkward for Cryptics to try and clutch things back. Finally, they'll temper their expectations, just upgraded pistols, a bit of a nade set as well on Smooya. Looks like they're already posturing up for a faster B play. Oh, actually, it's very middle emphasized. They hear all of this rotation though. There's 2 players off of short, and they should be able to gun down their opponents as they progress up connector. Robin able to trade things back. And Fish, this is a very awkward situation to be in because these headshot angles, although they're able to exploit them to find a couple of kills, is looking to be more and more likely a BuzzKill round. Unless Cryptics falls off something phenomenal. First shot is there, brings it to a very isolated set of engagements between Hawk and Leaf, but they have a crossfire with the bomb drop towards just outside of that connector.
Cryptics, he's found one of the digs required already. But bomb is not in his control. He has to cross over Leaf's crosshair to be able to get it. But Leaf lands the spray pretty easy for him. But BuzzKill Esports taking a lot of losses in that round, which isn't really going to help. They had a bit of a bank built up because they had four players survive in the previous, so this round should not be an issue. They're able to get the AWP onto Emmy as well. 10 frags in this entire game, so it's been pretty impactful, all things considered.
Well, early mid-control garnered here for the Fish123 side. Smoke is well deployed, but that means that there's a gap for Emmy to work with. They may not know that this is being compromised in this particular manner. Looking out, easy kill there for Emmy. Immediately just going to give up control as they have the pick to work off of, and they can just concede a little bit of the map here to Fish. Don't think anybody's going to push aggressively to find any sort of response just yet. The information is limited here for that T side, and until there's some sort of presence made elsewhere, or they're able to maybe boost themselves in towards window, which is a potential opportunity as well, BuzzKill are content to play towards the sites.
They are. Hype still watching and waiting on shore, will be Molotov'd back though, so his impact in the next 10 seconds will be neutralized somewhat. Fish123 setting up for the A-bomb site. Most of the push coming through connector. They have Palace presence as well. Silence across Mirage, but it's only a matter of time before Fish123 make their presence known. They do have flashes. They only have one smoke though for this take, so that is a potential point of contention. Robin and Palace, and here they come out of connector. Leaf finds Surreal. Robin will get the trade back. That's the impact from Palace. Now, BuzzKill Esports, they have a couple of players in towards CT here. Robin once again really making that Palace position work. Hawk catching players, pushing through the smoke. Doesn't land the complete spray on towards Smuia, but it doesn't matter all that much because Hype is able to bail him out, and BuzzKill Esports are up to 8.
And that's interesting target prioritization in that particular instance. There's an immediate threat in front of him, but he goes for the bomb plant, the sort of bomb carrier instead, and that means that Smuia has to consider going back and navigating that portion of the map just to retrieve the bomb in that sort of close time situation. Whether that becomes a part of the thought process, or whether he just sort of picked a closer player to his crosshair, I'm not really sure, but a fast play over towards the B site, MAC-10s in hand. They're looking to stampede and overwhelm these BuzzKill players.
Hawk looking away from any flashes. Here come the MAC-10s, the SMGs. Mixed results so far, only the one kill on the take, and BuzzKill Esports, still 2 players left on this site with rifles in hand as well. Ardes, he's so low, but somehow still finds the frag onto JSAP. Hype still trying to hold strong. He does with 2, but Cryptic still on the site, gets taken down by Emmy. So Fish123, they get a couple of kills with the MAC-10s, but that is going to be it. They might just get a bomb plant here on towards the A site. Robin does have the bomb on his back, but Leaf has to cross the triple. He has to commit to the plant on default.
I mean, this is as much of a win as you could have hoped for. I mean, Fish buying down a little bit lower than you would have expected, given that it was just SMGs, but Robin has the potential to clutch things back. Emmy's tagged down, Hype on 7 HP as well. If Robin can get a fast enough and aggressive enough post plant, maybe able to blindside these players, line up a few of these frags, and they're grouping themselves up in towards the connector. If Robin doesn't get checked, this becomes very dangerous.
Here we go, Robin 1-2 with the MAC-10, and Hype is oh so low. The 3K clutch for Robin with the MAC-10. Sit down, BuzzKill.
That's the danger. They weren't sure that he could rotate back towards the A site. They give them the Vega Squadron Special, the aquatic counterparts in the CIS region. They're drawing attention from them, and Fish are able to make it work. BuzzKill down to just pistols. A nade set on Hawk. Again, it's going to be very A-side dominant from the CTs in this particular instance, but the smoke deployed in towards the ramp. Fish, although they'd gone for an initial setup, now may go back to more of a default-oriented approach.
That must be such a frustrating round, though, for BuzzKill Esports.
Absolutely.
You're up against a MAC-10 and he finds all 3 of you. One of you was low, yes, but the other 2 players, there's absolutely no excuse. Just a horrible situation for BuzzKill, and they have absolutely no money in this particular round either. So Surreal trying to pick out, finds the shoulder of JSav. 2-player advantage going the way of Fish123. BuzzKill still on the pistols here. USPs in hand, don't do much damage, and now Hawk P250 only. BuzzKill, they just need to take this time to calm down now, because if that was me, I'd be so damn tilted at that round.
Yeah, we've had some very weird investment rounds be successful already in this game. We're reaching the end of the second half. I mean, sorry, the first half. Yeah. Last 2 rounds of it. And we've had a couple of force buy rounds successful on the CT side of things. We've already had a MAC-10 rush round from Fish123. the full-on buys from both sides haven't been the most one-sided either. So every team, as soon as they're given a small opportunity, just an inch to work with, they're more than happy to capitalize, take that extra mile. Fish going to be checking towards the A and B site respectively. This time it's a push here from BuzzKill that almost catches them out. Cryptic's to low HP, but he's able to find the frag. So BuzzKill have to maintain a bit of presence on the B site. Pressure being felt over at A as well, with smokes going down, but this is only really to bait out some sort of response from BuzzKill. There's no utility that they can deploy to kind of mitigate a push on towards A. For now, they'll have to work a man down.
Back through the smoke they go, but JSav still under Palace, gets traded out by Surreal, and Surreal continues on his run of form as well. So Hype left in the 1 versus 2. Surreal is on 4 HP, so this is still entirely possible here for Hype to try and clutch this one out. He doesn't have any utility to use. He has to rely on the aim. He finds Smooya through the box. Now Surreal 4 HP. Hype. All the odds are stacked in his favor right now. He only needs to land 1 bullet into the body of Surreal, and he wins the clutch. But does he check sandwich? No, he doesn't. He just forgets about the angle and allows Surreal to just take him off the server.
He had no information as to where Surreal went. Smooya, although he gets dropped and he was the high HP player, Surreal able to weasel his way into a position that Hype doesn't suspect. Again, a slim round, one with a player having to step up in the moment. That's a 3K for Surreal, the double entry on A, and able to close out the round as well for Fish. Looking like it may be 8-7 as it's a very scrappy buy from the CT side. Again, middle the emphasis. Hype, ambitious play, a lot of damage done towards Smooya, but cannot convert on the kill.
Robin also pushing his way through Palace, catches out Emmy, has to spin around, and Leaf will take that kill. A little bit of BM at the end there. Maybe that's the emotions coming out on the side of BuzzKill Esports. They've had a tough couple of rounds that shouldn't have gotten away from them. And speaking of getting away, Cryptic somehow gets away with that one. 4 versus 2 now going the way of Fish123. They'll head up short towards the B bomb site. There is a flank coming in here from JSav. With that Deagle armor, he has Molotov in hand as well.
Smooth staring at this. JSav's not going to suspect that. Yeah, easy enough round for Fish to be able to sweep under the rug. A good attempt there as well from Leaf, and repositioning as soon as he picked up the AK could have potentially cut them off, but they get gunned down in the end. It's a close first half here in our first map of the Grand Finals. Exactly what we'd expect given the nature of the previous map we saw between these two teams, going to such a long overtime slog. Well, we'll see if BuzzKill remember how to play their T side, if they can replicate the same sort of performance that we saw from Fish. Of course, we saw a few kind of scrappy moments at times. You imagine as well, Fish will be a little bit more tightly knit in how they space themselves out on these CT sides and trying to deal with any sort of rush potential. So maybe not the same strategies employed, likely to use a bit more of an execute-centric focus. Artis, he's pushing into the apartments. Ooh. That's the bomb drop. The secondary frag came through. That would have been very dangerous, but Hawk's able to recover it.
Instantly triggers rotations on the side of Fish123, but BuzzKill Esports not committing to anything just yet. They have Leaf in towards window, spots one towards CT, hopping his way around. Up through jungle, Smooya sitting in the sandwich position here. I don't think Leaf checks this one. He does not. He has to spin back around, but Smooya's not able to land the frag. Surreal gets the trade through. All numbers all equal here in the second pistol round of the first map of the grand final of Epic 27 here. And unfortunately, we'll have to go for the slideshow, but with Fish123 still taking the advantage in this particular round, it's 2 versus 2 now. Emmy and Hawk versus Robin, and Robin now left in the 1 versus 2 here. So BuzzKill Esports have been able to pull this one back somewhat, but Robin, he steps out now, and that's his opportunity. Undercover gone. They know where he is. He doesn't even check Emmy, and that's BuzzKill Esports winning the second pistol round.
Almost looked like a round that Fish may have been able to capitalize on, given the fact that they'd spotted the bomb early enough. They were able to rotate and start cheating players over towards the B side of things, but unsuspecting of the window boost, unsuspecting of the play instead towards A, in which Hawk was able to converge alongside his teammates. Fish not going to force up the same decision that we saw from BuzzKill on their respective CT portion, instead going to take the more conservative approach. Go for that third round gun round, relying on just a couple of upgraded pistols to maybe steal away a few of these kills.
The Molotov towards under might cause Cryptics a problem as the whole load of utility damage being done. JSav with the 2 frags with the MP5 though. Artist able to trade back, but JSav continues on the 3K in the round with the MP5 against the pistols. Pretty easy going here for BuzzKill Esports, and now Fish123 instantly deciding to, well, Smooya has stayed in spawn, just staying with the Deagle here, trying to catch out the players as they push through, perhaps trying to hunt these frags, but BuzzKill Esports, a very good start to their T side here, and that hasn't really happened, especially up against Fish123. Remember that upper bracket final where they couldn't get the momentum going on the T side, but finally they have a chance now, and Smooya can't add to his kill tally just yet. We might be having a little bit of a technical problem, a little bit of a break here.
Yeah, no, we're fixing a small issue. It should just be a small intermission. But so instead of having nothing on screen, we've decided to show us
Our lovely faces.
Look at how cute we are. Crazy. No, it's not quite the same. I mean, so far it's been a pretty close game between the two of them. That kind of pistol wasn't really anything too spectacular to look at from Fish, but now the rifles are out. We've got AUGs in play. We've got a series of M4s as well. And thus far, no presence being made elsewhere on the map. Nobody really spotting in towards middle for BuzzKill or Fish respectively. So we just really spotting for any sort of a connector lurk, and now the execute will come through. Expect to see this type of a play here from BuzzKill and to be able to capitalize on the utility being in play, but thus far they haven't made it out of ramp.
Yeah, it's going to be the double pump here on towards the A-bomb site, but Surreal able to stop it in its tracks, at least somewhat slowing it down. Robin playing the patience game at the triple box, steps out, can't find anything. Smooya and Surreal are finding the frags though on this CT side. Now it's Emmy left in the 1v3, caught with the Molotov out. And Smooya able to finish off the round with a quick 2K. Fish are up to 8 rounds. They pull it within 2 here of BuzzKill Esports. But BuzzKill, you called it correctly when it happened. It was a bit of a delayed push after the utility onto the A-bomb site there.
Yeah, and you saw the effect of it as well. A couple of players peeking out from ramp with utility in hand as opposed to trying to find that initial entry. And it just means that it's so much easier for that first hill to go Fish's direction. They don't even clear out Robin. He could have won the round single-handedly. Instead, he relied on Surreal to trade things back. But very strange decision to kind of stagnate on the push there.
It is BuzzKill Esports as a result now. Just the 3 AKs and the 2 MAC-10s to be able to defend round 19 from Fish123. Leaf getting aggressive with it, coming through the apartments low, looking for that early peak. We've seen this crossfire in play for Fish123 in that upper bracket final match against BuzzKill Esports. It was so effective then, but is it now? One's been able to make it to the site. Leaf and Emmy just destroying this B-bomb site hold. Now Smooya towards Market Door, only able to spray Emmy down and quite low. Finds Leaf playing the close angle as well. Smooya can't do anything more. And now BuzzKill Esports with the 4 versus 2. Bomb plant going to come through for them. Looks like it's going to be planted towards short. They do have a player in support coming from that direction. But Fish123, they do have a player on the long flank here, but Robin's going to back out. They're both going to just save the 2 AUGs.
Yeah, good attempt there from Smooya to try and create more space such that his teammates rotating out of market had less angles to be concerned about, but getting dropped and traded a little bit too quickly. Wanted to get that 1 frag, maybe get towards that back pillar and just hold on towards the site, but instead this will be the right move here from Fish. BuzzKill, good set of utility to get on towards that site. You saw the impact that Cryptics was able to achieve was absolutely nothing. He had dodged 2 or 3 flashbangs, but the 3rd or 4th flash that came through, able to fully blind him up, and so he's not really able to shoot back in that instance. Very fast, a much better execute, I think, this time from BuzzKill, which is why that A-side push was so surprising. Is that when things go right, that's exactly how awkward things should be for that CT side. They exploit that sort of crossfire setup, and if one of them can't see, it's just one opponent they need to immediately deal with.
The cash not great for Fish123. They'll have to go down to FAMASs on 2 players. Not the most ideal rifle, but it can work in the right hands. Leaf, once again, going very aggressive with that smoking towards apartments. This is the 2nd time that he has done that, and here's the utility coming through from BuzzKill Esports. Artist looking for the frags from underneath. Cryptics, Smooya, all getting frags in this one. It has been stunted, this push on towards the B-bomb site, and now Hawk left in the 1 versus 4, playing some shenanigans in the smoke. Again, has to pull off an impossible clutch. Artist will make sure that it's impossible. Fish123 will win the round, keeping themselves within touching distance here.
That looks like a fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice, shame on you type of thing.
Yeah.
BuzzKill, a very coordinated execute previously on the B site, this time less utility employed, and they try to go for a bit of a different pace, but Fish are anticipating it. They had 3 players in position, as well as that quick rotation in from the A side of things. And BuzzKill less successful as a result. Fish, though, heavy emphasis on middle. Look at the spray down there from Smooya. So much damage done to the secondary player, and they're going to be able to capitalize on that soon enough. A lot of utility employed such that Hype can't get any ground towards middle, and in spite of getting that 1 kill towards Smooya, they have no information to work off the back of that. They have to instead congregate, try and use the numbers on the site to get this bomb planted. And so far, with Emmy lurking himself out, he may be an isolated engagement for now.
B-bomb site the objective, though, for BuzzKill Esports. Robin in jungle, Surreal in CT. Surreal's done much better this time around on Mirage than he did in the upper bracket final. That is for sure. But Robin playing some shenanigans around the edge of the smoke. That's the cue for Surreal to peek out and find the 2 frags. Surreal up to 16 now. And if we look at the scoreboard, he is currently, well, tied second for frags on the side of Fish123. That's a much, much better performance than a series ago for Fish123.
Yeah, this is an equalizing opportunity for that CT side. Only the 1P250 flash on Emmy. See if he can buy a bit more space for these Glocks to have more effectiveness. Hawk's getting burned alive, but now BuzzKill will converge on the site. Surreal missing opening shots and takes a bit of damage in doing so. Tracked down by JSav. He can't retrieve the weapon and make any use of it. Robin burns Hype to a crisp, and this should be an easy enough retake for Fish to be able to accomplish. But the plant was successful. Yeah. That was the primary goal there for BuzzKill, given the lack of investment from them. They come out net positive for the round, and although Fish have equalized, this is another buy opportunity for that T side.
All tied up, 11-11, round 23 here in the first map of the grand final. Pretty equal between both sides, but Fish, arguably, at this point, starting to hit their stride. Emmy on the AWP will forgo the utility and the head armor as a result of that one. So those orgs for sure. 1 tap headshots. There we go. And Smooya just demonstrating that. That's a bit of an interesting play there. And now it's swung the advantage heavily in the favor of Fish123. The deep smoke into ramp comes through as well. So BuzzKill just going to be completely denied this control.
Very awkward first engagement as well, because both players on screen for each other for a fair amount of time. And Smooya's just trying to make use of a quick little one-way. Can't see from the feet, so it would have been a very one-sided duel. And not able to capitalize. Hawk, in the meantime, has found an equalizing frag. Not too sure if BuzzKill have backed themselves away, but Smooya is confident, taking every fight possible, and Hype is still up on that high ground, hoping that Smooya will push. Of course, the bomb spotted as well, so he's anticipating the movement here from Smooya, but sound cue made. He's able to finally track down that kill, and Hawk is still being a nuisance in towards middle.
Still a 3 versus 3 though, and Smooya going down really does help BuzzKill out quite a bit here. Hawk winning the fight with Artis as well. That's the B bombs that completely open. It will trigger, well, at least initially a rotation, but they come back, and now Cryptix finds Leaf, finds the trade. 1 versus 2. Cryptix burning. He's down to 18, and Hype will finish him off. BuzzKill Esports will get back the series lead here, rather the map lead. They're just charging towards the line, but Fish123 are nipping at their heels like piranhas.
Well, carnivorous fish in the water, and BuzzKill trying to topple them as best they can by using the hive to their advantage. Hawk getting the opening pick, had the spawn to make use of it. Typically it's Emmy with the AWP, but Hawk showing proficiency as well. Of course, the auto sniper specialist we saw on overpass for the BuzzKill side, and for now, Fish will be a man down. Palace is at least controlled. Surreal will do his best to maintain a bit of semblance of that as well in towards ramp. Smooya equalizing the affair. Gives Hawk a taste of his own medicine. And now Surreal's taking a bit more space in towards A. There's Still only the 2 players here for now. I do believe they boosted up on towards short as well, so Fish have mid control and some information to work off of in that regard. BuzzKill are backing themselves away though.
Yeah. They're sending the bomb towards mids. They are going to meet with the Cryptics if they push any significant amount down there. Well, Ardis still on the B-bomb site as well. Cryptics gonna find one frag here, that is for sure. That's JSav going down, one of the more impactful fraggers for BuzzKill Esports. So, man disadvantage for them. They'll think about heading their way up through connector. Still caught in 2 minds about what to do here. The information revealed there by Smooye just has to back off through CT now, maybe reposition up towards jungle and then hold the crossfire with the site player. As BuzzKill Esports, well, they've got 1 player on towards the site now, which is such a sketchy situation. Surreal has absolutely no information on this one. Hype on top of triple box, a bit of an off angle to be playing around with, but Surreal, he's played the time and he finds the frags hiding in firebox, and finally he shows himself. Emmy in the 1 versus 4, EWP 10 seconds, not going to happen.
He'll get a consolation frag just before he falls, but very good patience on display there from Fish. Typically, if it's going to be a solo site player, you'd anticipate the fireboxes or that ticket position, and they double down in towards CT, hoping that that rotation from Smooye was really all that was there on the presence on the site. Lest they forget about the crouching tiger that was Surreal in the round.
Smooye did the movement to get up towards the short position. Pistols for BuzzKill Esports. Surreal opens up with a grenade kill. Oh, it seems oh so easy against these pistols for Fish123. Hype gets one in reply though, spins round. That's Robin going down, but this sorts him out before he goes too crazy in this one.
Good effort there from Hype to be able to get 2 kills, but ultimately the magic number being sustained there for Fish123. They take the lead once more, and BuzzKill will look to try and respond. We've been seeing some really good mid-round calling from them, even when they've lost their an early man advantage. And Fish, very brazen and very confident in their peaks, and that sometimes comes back to bite them. Smooye up. Oh, the shadow gives Hawk away. Unsuspecting of a secondary player in towards middle, definitely heard the scope in short.
Yeah, BuzzKill Esports, their options are very limited here. No mid control. They have no presence towards the A side of the map either. They're still looking to stack 2 players towards the alley side. Here comes JSav from underneath as well. Hype able to find a kill on towards Ardis. Now JSav forces the players back here as well. So BuzzKill Esports wrestling mid control away from Fish123. Smooye be smoked off, sends in the flash just to try to delay a little bit longer here. BuzzKill Esports though, Hype pushed up on catwalk here. Trying to jump spot. Both of these players trying to jump spot. On top of the railings. This is a bit of an interesting play. They'll go for the jump into window, but someone is here from Fish123. It's going to be Robin. He's going to land the spray. That's Hype going down. Such confusion in the window. And now Leaf trying to find the reply spray, but not going to happen. Dusty jumps off. He gets completely timing. That's Robin down to 17 HP, down to 2 HP. 1 tick Molotov should do it, but JSav gets the headshot. And now it's a 3 versus 3. 35 seconds left remaining on that clock. 1 on each side here for Fish123. Surreal with the AWP. He's been so impactful in this game so far, but needs at least another kill here to make it even more comfortable for Fish123. Surreal again posted up, again finds another frag. That's Emmy going down. Now Leaf in the 1 versus 2. Weapon not out. Jumping across. Smooye takes him out.
The double up setup there for Fish is successful. Surreal and Smooye have so much impact and a lot of time really bought there for Robin in towards window. They just could not track down that frag. It meant that they couldn't push towards the A side of things, and that allowed Surreal to get into position for those kills. BuzzKill, it's a scrappy buy coming forward. Mac 10, CZs, and the singular AK on Hype, and a fast play towards A. Surreal initially think down, tracked down as well by JSav. Robin can do nothing to support in that endeavor. BuzzKill have control of the site. Fantastic shot from Leaf as well.
Things still very questionable here for Fish. Bomb plant not yet come through for BuzzKill. It's in the process of going down. Ardis finds JSav, takes him out the equation. Hype has been able to find an AK here to help with the post-plant situation. Cryptics has been found, gets tagged down to 74. The bomb taken away. Retake has to come in here for Fish123. They're all stacked up towards jungle connector stairs area. And now Hype playing up close in Sandwich could be so impactful in this round, but he's found by Cryptix. Cryptix finds 2. Smooya finds the last one. And now Fish123, they have map point.
Doesn't even give him the chance to shoot back. Tries to duck into cover, and he's taken right through the triple boxes. Not quite as close. Not quite looking like an overtime. Fish looking more composed now that we're into a final situation. I've had a lot of time to sort of rest and relax, waiting for their opponents. BuzzKill had to fight back from the lower bracket to get to this point, and it does seem like Fish may deny at least Mirage. Robin fast playing towards the underground, catches Hype off guard, but unable to convert on a frag. Not deal too much damage either. Singular bullet converts, and back and forth set of exchanges. BuzzKill still looking to make a bit of a presence over towards B, but Smooya's there with the AWP. Shut down, and Hawk and Hype. The 2 H's for BuzzKill tried to bring things back. Surreal is at least alone on A, so a missed shot here could definitely turn the tide.
Yeah, BuzzKill knowing a rotation has gone through, which is why they've decided to go back towards the A side of the map. They see Smooya on B, they say, okay, Smooya is usually towards middle and A, so we should hedge our bets on the A side of the map. Hawk, though, in the 1 versus 3. Surreal at CT. AWP in hand. Still 2 AWPs in play here for the CT side. Hawk's able to get the bomb plant, but oh, that's a whiff shot there from Surreal. Oh, the flick is there. Surreal 16-12 for Fish123 the first map of the grand final of Epic 27. We won't get an OT, but we will get a close game.